I just came across a pretty interesting tweet from MrBeast, basically saying how much money he's made on Twitter since he started posting some of his videos over there, and they're still getting hundreds of millions of views. We can see this is his tweet right here, saying posting on X has been awesome so far, and these videos here have been killing it. Now, obviously, this is MrBeast, so to be expected, really. But 177 million, 123 million, all of them over 100 million, all of them videos he already made for YouTube, just reposted on Twitter. I do not think that he will continue doing this unless he uses the money strictly just to fund more videos, which is what he said he wants to do. But I think like his TikTok approach isn't to post just stuff from his YouTube videos onto TikTok. It's to make its own separate content there and its own separate on YouTube. And I feel like he would do that on Twitter because that just seems like how he's been doing. But he's also just been posting the same videos over. I don't know. I expect him to make original content for Twitter. I just think that's what he's going to end up doing. But he said so far, it's been around $1 million in ad revenue, just adding it to the video budget. So now I can spend more on content. So all in all, not a bad thing. I think getting MrBeast more money isn't a bad thing. I think he's using money to do great things. So people are going to look at this and obviously say like, this is ridiculous. Oh my God, he's a terrible person. There's always going to be that side of MrBeast. But these videos, if we compare them to his YouTube version, it's kind of crazy. So here's his channel, obviously. Now, it's a little mismatched, I guess, comparing this, right? Because this is his main platform. Over 250 million subscribers on YouTube. Absolutely killing it. If we look at his Twitter, he's got 29 million followers. So a little bit of a step back. He's almost like 10x the size on YouTube. His main platform, obviously going to be bigger. And if we compare some of these videos, I mean, if we look at the car one here, we could just find, I think he shares thumbnails. Yeah, so 269 million on YouTube, 177 million on Twitter. So obviously YouTube's doing much better. Even this train one right here, 206 million versus 123 million. If you can look at one more, the grocery store, I think that is somewhere around here. If we right here, it's 230 million and then 141 million. So still doing, I mean, cannot complain about getting over 100 million views a video, but his YouTube videos doing over 200 million on average here comparing to these two, and just, killing it. Now, the platform is bigger. It's his main platform. But if we compare the money he's made, we can kind of get a sense for what it looks like making money on Twitter. Now, this is MrBeast, so even on Twitter, I think he's going to get not special treatment, but preferential treatment. Like his RPM and CPM is going to be higher than probably the normal average person if you're trying to make money on Twitter by posting videos there. I would assume he gets a higher dollar amount. Just like on his YouTube, I would assume MrBeast probably gets a better CPM than I do on YouTube just because he's MrBeast getting 100 millions of views. His content is more kid friendly. It also has he's like YouTube's golden boy. Like YouTube's going to favor him a little bit, so he's got favor in that side. I would be absolutely shocked if MrBeast doesn't have, a crazy CPM, RPM on his videos here. But if we look at his Twitter, if we add up all of these views here, we can see it's 753 million views. So that's the total of these 5 videos. Almost 1 billion views for 5 videos is so insane. Just MrBeast numbers, though, right? You wouldn't expect anything less out of him. But if we divide this by 1,000 to get CPM, RPM numbers, how you're going to calculate this stuff, because you get paid per 1,000 views, it's 753,000. And he said that he made around $1 million in ad rev on Twitter here. So we take the million that he made in ad rev, divide it by what would be the CPM, RPM numbers, the 1,000 per 1,000 views, and we would get a CPM or RPM, because he's making this money, RPM of $1.33 rounded up. So MrBeast is getting paid $1.33 RPMs, basically per 1,000 views. He gets $1.33. Now compare that to his YouTube. I mean, we don't have the exact numbers, but I would be absolutely floored if he was getting paid just $1.33 RPMs on YouTube. You can go to Social Blade. This isn't going to really tell us anything. This gives you a range of $0.25 to $4 CPM. So if he was making the $4, making $7.5 million a month. And I would kind of expect it to be around that. I think he's probably around that $4 RPM number. I think he's sitting pretty up there. I'd be shocked if it was like $1.33 or $2. I think he's probably sitting at $3-4. I wouldn't be shocked if he's getting even more than that. But this right here, he's probably making much more than $1.33 on YouTube. So I guess that brings up the question, because I do think that he would make specific content for Twitter, but would it really be worth his time to do that? Because it's nothing compared to his YouTube. How much money he can make on YouTube making a specific video for YouTube compared to a specific video for Twitter, drastically different. You're going to make much more money on the YouTube one, and maybe you lose. Obviously, we know he loses money making some of these videos, so you would only lose more money making a Twitter-specific one of a MrBeast style video. So maybe he won't go down that route. Maybe he won't go down the, original content on Twitter. Maybe he'll just keep posting just his videos on Twitter. I don't see him doing that unless he strictly just wants to take the Twitter ad rev and use it for, his video budget like he said he's going to do. Then maybe, I don't know, can't blame him. But I'm not going to be upset about MrBeast getting more money into his hands to do more things. I think that's a great thing. I think he uses it for really good stuff. So I'd like to see him get more money to use and just throw more stuff at him. So if it's him just posting, videos he's already made on YouTube, on Twitter to bring in $1 million, I'm all for it. But we do have our answer to, money flowing on Twitter, right? So the $1.33 is for video views, just on the video stuff. I know people use it for, engagement farming on Twitter, which is supposedly you're going to get banned if you do that now. But if people are just putting out tweets and getting paid that way, your revenue is going to be substantially lower. I'm assuming they have different tiers for, just a tweet versus a video. The video probably has better advertising models because you can put a pre-roll in there. So it's probably better to post videos to make money, but also it's nothing compared to YouTube. Like, YouTube still is going to blow Twitter out of the water for ad spending. They just have a better ad platform, so it's not shocking to see that at all. But we finally got an idea of what an RPM looks like. Probably a top tier. If it's $1.33 for MrBeast, for the normal person, it's probably going to be sitting more like 50 cents. That's probably what I would expect more for that. If you're getting the $1.33, then maybe there is no special case, and that's just what you get on Twitter. But it's crazy to see, this ad rev models coming into all these social media platforms. Everyone's starting to just make money on there. And for Twitter specifically, it's kind of ruining it. People are kind of just throwing stuff out there, not caring what they're saying, because they just want to get engagement to get paid. And it's kind of making things a little weird over there. But that's going to do it for this video. We have learned how much money MrBeast has made on Twitter, $1 million, and the RPM compared to YouTube's. It's just interesting numbers to me. I don't know if anyone else finds it interesting, but I think that it's pretty neat to dig into this stuff and see what's really going on under the hood of this creator economy type stuff. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, I'm going to smash the button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.